Retromaniacs, what's going on? It's Retro Collectibles here. Wake up. I'm tired, but I'm doing a project tonight and I brought you guys along with me. I'm getting that one Mego General Lee fixed up, the one that I just need to put the roof flag on. So I'm getting that done tonight, and I'm also going to take the junker tonight. I'm going to get the crack that's on the back of it glued. It's a nice clean crack. And I'm going to put decals on that as well. Basically, that was sent to me. My friend Justin got it for 10 bucks somewhere. It needed some decals, needs a roof hatch, needs the crack repaired. So he gave it to me. I was going to try to get a roof hatch. I found another car. Long story short, I'm going to try to fix this thing, find a roof hatch for it, send it back to Justin as a surprise, as a completed Mego General Lee. It might take me a minute to get a roof hatch, but we'll do what we can anyway. We'll do our best, and then one day he'll come over and I'll be like, there you go, buddy, remember this? So, yeah, that's about it. So I'll show you guys how to put on some of those water slide decals, and there's some new solutions I use nowadays, but you'll hear about that in the video. So let's get at her, get her done. I seen the videos of the finished product. Those won't be as dark, I don't think. They looked great and all good reviews on the decals. Luckily, the only one I'm replacing is the roof one. The rest are all original. But this roof hatch, I'm nervous taking it out because it's such old plastic. I don't want those to break, the nipples. So I'm actually going to peel this off while it's on the car, clean it up when it's on the car, and put the decals on when it's on the car. I have to use some acetone to get the sticky stuff off the hatch here. But I'll get this off and cleaned up, and then we'll get started on the decals. Managed to get it nice and clean. All the sticker residue off it. You don't want anything at all on there when you're applying the decal. Also going to show you the solution I use. When I was a kid, we just used to use like dish soap and warm water for these water slide decals. Now there's solutions. One of them's called Micro Set and the other one's called Micro Sol. Micro Set helps it stick to the car, makes the decal more pliable, I believe it is, and Micro Sol actually makes the decals go into all the curves on the car. Like, it makes it look like paint. Excellent products, but I'll show you guys that when we do the decal in a few minutes here, guys. Just a last look at her. Got the original stickers. I'm so glad I was able to save the original stickers. Everything original except the roof flag. I don't mind that, I could live with it. I knew something did not look right with this. I chopped off the white border by accident. See, the original has a white border. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lay the original down, lay that one on top of it so it still has the white border. It's no longer going to be a water slide decal though. I'm making it into a sticker, but gotta have that white border because it looks way off without it. So show you guys soon what I did here. And done. I actually chopped the white border off around the edge, so I had to use the border on the original flag. So the original flag is underneath it, but couldn't go without that white border. My mistake. I'm actually gonna put the water slide decals though that I have left onto the junker because I'm doing a project with that one. I'm gonna try to get the junker looking good for my friend. the guy that actually donated me the junkers. So I'm gonna put those on the junker and try to get a roof hatch, and I'm also gonna glue it. So glue the crack. It's got a crack here, but I can glue that. Anyway, tune in. We'll do some decals shortly here. Man, she's looking good. There's the first one, finished product. It actually looks pretty good. Still got the original 01 on the side doors. Got the original General Lee on the top. The only thing that's not original is the flag. The bumpers I'm going to leave alone. I think I'm going to get a chrome paint pen marker, like the ones that actually look like chrome, do a test, and if it looks good, I'll touch the bumper up. But overall, I think she looks pretty good. So now I'm going to see what I can do with that junker and see if I could get a roof hatch for it. There it is, the Kijiji General. So here is the next project. Now this crack is a nice clean crack. So I can repair that pretty good. I'm actually going to take the body right off to glue it. Glue it from the underside. You won't even be able to notice it barely. I've got the remanufactured water slide 01s for the door and the General Lees for the roof. And yeah, I'll see if I could get a roof hatch for this, and this will go back to the person that donated it to me as a surprise. But I'll show you guys putting on the water slides of these shortly here. I actually took the body right off to do the decals and decided while I'm at it, I'll fix that crack. So I hit it with crazy glue from the back end so you don't notice it. I'm just waiting for it to dry, and then it's gonna be decal time. Put some water slides on it, get it looking good again. So here's pretty much what it's gonna look like. I got the mock-up. Actually looks better than the original stickers, these water slides. They look much better, but... And there's the old one on the side. He did good for matching the orange, didn't he? So you didn't have to cut them all out, but we'll see how she comes out shortly. Okay guys, let's get down to the fun part here. So all you need to do this is you need real good X-Acto knife or a blade to cut out your decals nice, straight, clean, so you're not dragging the blade or anything. New blade every time if possible. Micro Sol and Micro Set. Now when I was a kid, water slide decals, we just used warm water and a little drop of dish soap. These are amazing. So Micro Set helps it with the adhesion of the decal, and it softens the decal up. You put that on first. Micro Sol is step 2. Softens decals to conform to irregular surfaces. Basically makes them conform to all the cracks. Makes them look like they've been painted on. So 4 screws holding the body on. I took the body off. I give it a nice dust actually while it's apart because it's pretty dusty. But I figured it's easier to fix that crack with the body off, and plus I could give it a dust because it's pretty dusty. 35 years worth of dust. So there. But this is gonna look a lot better. It already looks better with the crack fixed, but can't wait to see it with these decals on. So let's get started here. So I think we'll start with the little ones first. These are going to be a breeze. I'm used to doing decals for 1/64 scale, like basically dinky car size. So these are going to be a breeze. Okay, so yeah, so that goes on that way. So what I usually do is I cover these, or actually, yeah, I put a little bit on the surface. I got my paper towels ready, of course. So I put a little bit of micro set on the surface of wherever I'm going. Make sure you're careful. These little bottles tip over. Actually, I'm going to show you exactly what I'm doing here. There you go. So, micro set is the first step. Apply a liberal coat of it. Get my brush and wipe. So, first will be the general lee along the top. Now you don't want it so that it's till it's curling up and you can't manage it. You want to keep it till it's coming off the paper though, for sure. How well do these separate? Oh, not very well actually. So far anyway, we'll have to see. My friend Mike Lamar's seemed to separate a lot better, I tell you. Okay, let's see here. It came off okay. Nice and straight, guys. So then what you do is you try to pat the excess. And again, make sure it's straight because you're kind of playing for keeps here. And I'm going to put on another little dab of micro set across it. And I'm going to let it sit. And then after it sits, I hit it with the micro sol. But this stuff is like magic. I said, what is that stuff? Why do we need that? When I was a kid, we just used, warm water and a drop of dish soap. But big difference in the finished results. And with how easy they go on as well. Like you can see, I'm able to move it around, slide it around, reposition it pretty good here. There we go. Okay, there we go. That part is done. The E got a little bit funny on me, but I'll show you guys all this after we're done here. Okay, so I think we should do, you know what, we'll do an 01 first. We'll let the general lead dry, we'll do the 01 next. So far the decals are good. The guy that I got them from, he's on eBay. He's in Canada actually. He gave me information to get a hold of him without going through eBay and paying ridiculous fees, so maybe I will do that because these are pretty good so far. Good quality, they look good. They even look better than the original Mego stickers, but I like originality, so I gotta keep it as original as possible, mine. But they actually, if you're going for looks, these actually look a little bit better. Okay, so I'm getting a position before I put the micro set this time. Okay, so put some micro set on there. There. Not a pro, I'm just trying to line it up perfect because it's once it's done, right? Like once it dries kind of thing. There we go. There. Got her. Okay. Micro set. Boom, boom. Oh, you bugger. Corner of the one folded in on me. There we go. Hard to get the big ones just right because you think, you know, they're easy to get just right, but then again, because they're so big, if they're crooked, you're gonna notice it more than a little car, right? So there. Get the bubbles out of it. There we go. There. Okay, so we'll do the other General Lee. And then we'll put micro sol on everything. Help it settle in nice. Come on. Yeah, and then I'll start the process of all over looking for a roof hatch. I will get a roof hatch for this too. You watch, guys. It'll either be in the form of another Mego General that is just beat right up. That the only thing good on it is the roof hatch. Or it'll be somebody selling a complete one that's like super nice for cheap. I see that as well. Like the half of the battle with finding them cheap isn't finding them. It's finding them in your area. Like not 3 hours away. A lot of people won't ship. That's another problem, right? I'll hit this with the micro sol now. Or micro set, rather. You get on there, you generally. You get on there. Okay, there we go. The person, like I said, that does these decals, it's a guy out of BC, actually. Gibson's BC, I believe. If anybody's interested, I could tell you, I can send you the info, whatever. He is on eBay. Sorry it's taking me a minute, guys, but good work takes a minute. You don't want to rush with this stuff. Okay, that's pretty well good. One more number to go, and then I'll slap it back together and show you guys how it looks with the new ones. So far, so good though. Actually, I got a micro sol at first, but I'll show you guys that as well. I forgot to. Getting the excess water off too, guys. Don't wipe it. Pat it dry. Like a tattoo. like you would do when you're doing a tattoo. Okay. Not that I would know anything about tattoos, eh? Come on, come on, come on. Takes it a little bit longer to get these ones sliding for some reason. That would be if I had any complaint, that would be it. But other than that, they look excellent. The ink doesn't rub off of them when you're trying to get them in place. Like I ordered other ones off of Etsy, I believe it's called. And they were horrible. Like I would go to reposition everything, like get it in place like I'm doing now, and half of the ink would be off of it. And I'd be like, okay, that's kind of crappy. I think that is gonna look good right in the middle. Oh, maybe up just a tiny bit. Okay. Okay, that is that. So grab the brush, we'll add some micro set, then we'll get the brush wiped off, we'll get the micro sol, that's the stuff that gets it really hugging the car. Okay, so we will let that set for a minute. Actually, what I can do while that happens is I can maybe, if I'm careful, get the body bolted back on to the frame here. If I'm careful. The top General Lee things are already dry. It's just the numbers on this side I gotta watch here. Okay, so let's see here. Like I said, if I could do it without screwing anything up, I will, but if not, I'm gonna wait. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, beautiful, okay. So, by the time I get these 4 screws in, it should be good. Little tiny screws here. Oh, they're actually threading in okay the first try. Wow. Yeah, if you have one of these that has a cracked body, easiest way to glue it is taking the body right off of the little frame thing. That's what I just did. Made it a piece of cake. Okay. It is easy peasy, just 4 little screws. And then I'll hit it with the micro sol, and then it'll be all good. So nervous with the old plastic, guys, the old 30-some-year-old plastic. 35, whatever. Oh yeah, and my glue held up on the crack. That's awesome, because it was cracked right on one of the screw the little post that it screws into. Beautiful. Okay guys, so far it works good. Just the one part of the like the tiny part that actually came off on me. I could barely notice that though, but looks pretty good. Looks a lot better than it did before. So we will micro saw this baby, and then I'll show you guys a after shot, and I'll show both of them together. Mine and this is the junker. For a junker, it looks starting to look pretty darn good though, I'll tell you. It's funny. Okay. Yeah, that's ready for micro saw. So yeah, I like Dude's decals too. Overall, very good. Oh, and I almost dumped that over, guys. The bottle of micro set. Yeah, gotta be very careful with the lid off of those little bottles on the table. So easy to knock over. Just a little wash of this micro sol. And that's it, guys. She's done. So I am going to show you guys a little side by side here once I get everything cleaned up here. That wasn't planned. Sorry, guys. Overall, they didn't come out too bad. Here's mine right here. Everything's original except for the flag on top. And then here is the junker over here that I got all the stuff I needed from it. I put on a decal restoration kit from eBay. Looks pretty darn good though, I would say. Just need a roof hatch for it. Fix the crack on the back though. Yeah, so if anybody, you guys know of any junker Mego General Lee with the roof hatch, let me know. Or any cheap one, or if you have a roof hatch or can 3D print one, let me know. So there you have it. I'm so glad to finally have a Mego General Lee. Wanted one for years, did not want to pay a ridiculous price. I was seeing them for cheap, but they were always 2-3 hours away from me out of province. Glad to have one close to me that looks amazing. And I'm working on that junker, so if my friend that gave it to me doesn't want the junker when it's done, I'll give it to somebody else that doesn't have one. So see what he says, and if he says, you know what, Neil, I don't want it, I don't like it, then I'll give it to even one of you guys, who knows. Send him some pictures, see what he thinks anyway. Anyway, guys, and don't forget about the Ontario Diecast Addicts show coming up Sunday, June 4th at the Knights of Columbus on Queenston Road in Hamilton. It's a killer show. I'm going to be there, and a whole bunch of cool vendors and awesome stuff is going to be there, so I will put up not a link in the description, but I will put up information in the description. Thank you so much for watching, guys. As always, please share, like, subscribe, whatever order that is in, because I'm so tired. And happy hunting.